So in addition to the gameplay reveal trailer that we got yesterday, we also got the MLB The Show 22 Switch announcement trailer during the Nintendo Direct stream that I was talking to you guys about in a video a couple days ago. I was saying, hey, I would not be surprised at all to see some MLB The Show 22 stuff, and we ended up getting a little bit of footage, a little trailer for MLB The Show 22 behind the camera here. You guys can see it's about a minute long, so nothing special, but it is stuff that we have not seen before for MLB The Show 22. So if y'all could do me a favor, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you are not already, and then in the comment section below, let me know what platform are you planning on getting MLB The Show 22 for. Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Series XX, PS5, PS4, anything like that. Let me know if you're going to get MLB 22, what platform you'll be getting it on down in that comment section. So what I'm going to do for this video is first, right now, I'm just going to show you guys without me talking, without my camera or anything, just show you guys this Switch announcement trailer exactly as it was, and then I'm going to kind of talk about it, go through it, and just see if there's anything that we might learn from this video or kind of get a feel from what we're seeing for MLB The Show 22.
任天堂ディレクトをご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。バッターの大谷翔平です。ピッチャーの大谷翔平です。任天堂スイッチ上で今回初めて MLB ダショー22が楽しめるようになりました。それではこちらをご覧ください。
That's right, Otani-san. MLB The Show is coming to Nintendo Switch. That means you can play modes like Road to the Show and Diamond Dynasty on your Nintendo Switch. But that's not all. You can even play Exhibition with a single Joy-Con controller. With cross progression, you can also earn and use content on any platform where MLB The Show 22 is available. And take your progress on the go with you on Nintendo Switch. Have friends that play MLB The Show 22 online matches on other consoles? No need to worry. You can invite them and play online. I knew you were a true two-way player, but this is ridiculous. Sheesh.
So right away at the beginning, we have the hitter Shohei Ohtani and the pitcher Shohei Ohtani. And this is not mentioned in this trailer. I'm probably going to make a video hopefully for tomorrow going over this. But if you guys know who Ben Verlander is, Justin Verlander's brother, he has his own podcast. And he got Ramon Russell, someone who works for SDS, Sony San Diego Studio, the company that makes MLB The Show. He had a Ramon Russell on his podcast. And Ramon said, I don't know exactly what it is. I think I have it over here. And again, I'll cover this in another video. But Ramon says that in MLB The Show 22, we will finally be able to use Shohei Ohtani as the Angels use him, the exact same way that the Angels use him. So we'll be able to use, I would assume in Diamond Dynasty as well, we'll be able to use Shohei Ohtani as a pitcher and a fielder. Whereas last year, if you guys know, you had his card form or whatever, and you could only put him at one position. But it seems like this year, for example, in Diamond Dynasty, we'll be able to use Shohei Ohtani's live series as a pitcher or put him in the field if we want to. It seems like we're going to be able to do both this year, and that has me wondering, will I be able to do that for other players? If I, for some reason, want to put Ken Griffey Jr. at starting pitcher, is that allowed? Or will they need a secondary position? Because on that interview, on that podcast, Ramon was saying that they had to rewrite a lot of code for the game, and that's probably why they couldn't do it for MLB 21. So because they rewrote a lot of code, that gets me wondering, will the game work now where I could put anybody as a pitcher or anybody as a hitter, or do they need a primary and or secondary position to be able to play one of those? Because I would love to make an all-pitcher team, have like DeGrom in left field, Kershaw center field, you know, stuff like that. I feel like could be a lot of fun. Now, next up, I just want to talk about how the game looks a little bit. As we can see at the bottom, it says game footage not final. That's a big thing to keep in mind, is that this is not how the final product is going to look on the Switch. Now, with that being said, okay, I don't think it's going to look amazing on the Nintendo Switch. All right, I just want to make that clear. I don't think it's going to look the same on Switch as it will on, say, the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, or even the Xbox One and PS4. Look at the Nintendo Switch. It's pretty thin. It's pretty small compared to a console. It's just not going to have the same capabilities that a console does for running a game at higher graphics and higher FPS. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. But with that being said, I don't think the actual gameplay should look as bad as it does in the trailer, because this clearly does not look good. This looks like, honestly, like, if I'm going back and watching this, and no one told me that it was Nintendo Switch MLB The Show 22, I would probably assume I'm looking at like a PS3 game, maybe PlayStation 2, but I would say probably right around PlayStation 3 is just kind of how it's looking to me. But with that being said, this is not the final footage. We're not seeing actual gameplay of pitching, hitting, fielding. We're seeing cutscenes, pre-made stuff like that. So I will assume that the game will get better graphics at launch than we're seeing here. However, I would not expect it to look as good as even the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. I just don't think the Switch, as small as it is and everything like that, is going to have the same capabilities as a console. Now, next up, we had the menus. And for me, I'm liking how the menus look initially. Obviously, they're probably not going to look exactly the same as you see here when the game actually launches. But I like that they're sticking with kind of the dark mode theme like they introduced in MLB The Show 21. We can see the ball player up in the top left. You can see the create tab for stuff like that, rosters, files, etc., your settings, Road to the Show, Diamond Dynasty, MTO, franchise, all that good stuff. So menus right now, work in progress. I'm sure it will be a little bit at least different when the full game launches, but menus looking pretty similar to last year. We got Road to the Show, Diamond Dynasty obviously is back. And one thing that I want to talk about just real quick while we're on the menus is I'm personally getting the feeling, I could be completely wrong on this, I truly have no idea, I'm getting the feeling that this is kind of a building block type of year, and that we're going to see a lot of big changes for MLB The Show 23. I just have a feeling that because the game is still going to be on PS4, be on Xbox One and stuff like that, first time ever being on Switch, I don't think that they're going to be going all out with a whole bunch of new changes, new menus, lots and lots of new things. I know they got a new mini seasons mode and everything, but I kind of feel and am getting the vibe so far, again, I could be way off on this, but I'm just getting the vibe that this is more like MLB The Show 21.5 with a few new additions, changes, key changes, stuff like that. But any really big changes, I probably wouldn't be expecting until MLB The Show 23, at least from the little bit we're hearing and the little bit we're seeing. It doesn't seem like this is going to be some breakthrough, huge change type of year for MLB The Show. And then honestly, for the rest of this little trailer, it was a whole bunch of just looking at gameplay. We got a scoreboard right there. Looking at the new one, again, this is probably not exactly how it will be, but it's a good guess for how it might look like. I remember when they used to have the scoreboard, what was it? Was it in the top left or the top right? I don't even remember now, but I feel like I really like it in the bottom right. I like that they're continuing to change things year to year rather than not using the exact same scoreboard every year. Little things like that are always nice to see changed. I feel like it does help make the game become more fresh and just feel like a new game rather than a pretty much copied version of the old game. But the rest of the trailer didn't really have too much new information. It was just kind of talking about cross-platform, cross-progression, stuff like that, showing off a little bit more footage, stuff that's going to be on the Switch. You know, it's part of Nintendo Direct. This stream is not meant for MLB The Show viewers. It's meant for Nintendo viewers, Nintendo fans, and they just kind of wanted to showcase a little bit about MLB The Show, what it's going to be like, what you can maybe expect, what you can do on there, stuff like that. So overall, it was just nice to see a little bit more from MLB The Show, you know, for the show 22, see a little bit of Switch gameplay and stuff like that, kind of get a feel for what we might be expecting. But there wasn't really a whole lot from this Nintendo Direct. I just kind of wanted to showcase it for you guys in case anybody might have missed it and stuff like that, and just show you this new footage and everything that we got. But a little bit on the shorter side for the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, social medias, all that good stuff. I'm really curious in the comment section to see if y'all are planning on getting MLB The Show 22, what platform it might be for. And then tomorrow, I'm thinking we might go through Ben Verlander's podcast a little bit, see if there's anything else we might have missed besides Shohei Ohtani actually being able to be a two-way player in MLB The Show 22, which I feel like is huge news in itself. But I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.